Hello, dear students of English 6. It is more than a pleasure for me to have you in this very interesting session of the class. It's already session 11. So you're coming after your second evaluation period. You have your session 10. You were assessed about the different contents that we had been working before, right? But for today, we're going to be working on session 11. And here, as always, as in every single session of this class, we have an introductory video that, as you know, that basically provide us general ideas about the different contents and activities that we are going to be up to. Okay, so for today, we're going to be working Unit 15. What will you do related to the morning news? We're going to take a very quick snapshot uh, about the morning news. Okay, and this is focused on stories of honesty, right? You're gonna have some articles in there for you to read about some interesting stories of honesty. Also, guys, we're gonna be focused on grammar, on real conditional sentences with if clauses. The present unreal conditional is used to refer to unreal, imaginary, or impossible conditions and their results. In the if clause, the verb is shown in simple past tense, whereas in the result clause, the auxiliary will be used plus the verb in infinitive, okay? And here we have a grammar formula for you to uh, make or create statements using unreal conditional if plus verb and past plus auxiliary plus verb and infinity. An example, if I have time, I will help you. Si yo tuviera tiempo, yo te ayudaría. Okay, that is just a simple example, but I just want you to take a really quick look at it. Also, we're going to be working on grammar, speculating about past and future events, giving advice and suggestion, right? Also, we're gonna be working let me see, we're gonna be working uh, on a reading, the advice circle, okay? So that is basically what we're going to be up uh, for this session, okay? And here, as I told you, as I mentioned before, we have a very quick snapshot about the morning news, stories of honesty. The number one is businessman returns 750 to owner, and it is then with a brief phone call. Also, an athlete admits to cheating. He confesses that he just wanted to win. A taxi driver returns computer and he drives miles to give laptop back to the passenger. A golfer admits using illegal ball by mistake, but is still disqualified from game, okay? Also, a student uses detective work to find owner of gold jewelry. And a farm returns soccer stars lucky teacher player gives him one a thousand reward. Okay, and here, guys, we have our grammar explanation using unreal conditional sentences with if clauses. Okay, and here we have our grammar explanation. The present unreal conditional is used to refer to unreal, imaginary, or impossible conditions and their results. In the if clause, the verb is shown in simple past tense, whereas in the result clause, the auxiliary will be used plus the verb and infinitive. And here we have the grammatical structure. Unreal conditional if plus verb and past plus auxiliary plus verb and infinitive. Example, if I have time, I will help you. If I live in a palace, I could give parties all the time. Mary will move to Japan if she spoke Japanese, okay? Also, we have the formula to make statements in interrogative. We have questions WH plus auxiliary plus verb and infinity plus if the verb in simple past. Example, what would you do if you won the lottery? I will buy a house. Okay, that's an example. And here we have a video tutorial for you to take a look at explaining the unreal conditional sentences. So uses the usages of unreal conditional sentences with if. And here we're looking at real sentences with the clauses. Okay, so let's get started, right? We're gonna take a good look at here. This is a little jog, a little warm up before to get started the grammar explanation. But anyways, we're gonna get started. So we need this one. Second conditional used to talk about possible consequences of unreal situations. Unreal conditional if clause, if plus simple past, plus would, could, or might, plus verb and infinitive for the base form of the verb in this case. Now we're gonna take a look at some examples, right? If I had $1,000,000, I will donate some to charity. Si yo tuviera $1,000,000, yo los donaría a alguna caridad, okay? If I had $1,000,000, sorry, will be the unreal conditional. The consequence in this case is the sentence number 2, the modal. I will donate some to charity. Let's take another example. And here it's really important to know which modal we're going to use. In this case, would, could, or might. We use will probably happen, could when it's the action is possible, and might approximately at 50 and 50 chance, okay? And in if clauses, we always use where for the past of be. We never use was. If I was a millionaire, for example, taking the personal pronoun I, he, she, it. Okay, if I was to I go to American church, that will be incorrect. And here we have an example. If I won the lottery, I wouldn't work here. If I were not a cashier, I'd be a chef. Okay. In this case, if I won the lottery, we change the verb and from its present form to the past form. If I won the lottery, you see, I wouldn't work here. There's a very clear example related to unreal conditional. Okay. In this case, if, and the second example, if I were not a cashier, I'd be a chef. Not. Weren't. Contraction, conjunction. If I weren't a cashier, I'd be a chef. Okay. Questions with the second conditional. But then we're gonna take a look at it on it. Okay. And here, guys, we have a practice exercise. Complete these conversations to express in real conditional sentences, okay? So we're gonna get started. If you have, if you have 3 months to travel, where will you go? Oh, that's easy. Oh, that's easy. I fly to Europe. I always want to go there. Okay. Okay, we're gonna continue looking at it. Okay, guys, hold on a moment, please. Okay, very good. Okay, I will fly. I will fly to Europe. I always wanted to go there. If your doctor told you to get more exercise, which sport would you choose? Will you choose? Will you choose? I'm not sure, but I could go I could go jogging 2 or 3 times a week. We're gonna say our answers and now we're gonna make sure. If you notice, all of them are correct. Very good job, guys. And here you're gonna have an exercise that is going to be evaluated. Practice exercise. Fill in the blanks. Uh, Sorry, this is not going to be evaluated. This is a practice exercise. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb to make on real conditions or results. Okay, we're gonna get started. Terry, I have to let the company. I have to let the company now this. I have to let the company know this week whether or not I'm going to accept the position of regional manager they offer me. If there were not, if there were not so many factors to consider, this will be this will be easy. This will be easy. Terry, oh, I know. If we did not like did not like living here in Denver so much, I could jump. I could jump at the chance to move to San Francisco. Can yes, if your salary stayed the same, it will be okay. It might be easier. It might be easier to turn this job down, but they offer you a big increase. I've been talking to some people at work about it. One of them said, Terry, if I were you, if I were you, accept, I would accept that promotion in a heartbeat, sorry. Now we're gonna take a look at this. If you notice, all of them are really correct. Good job, guys. Now we're gonna be talking about past modals. Past modals in English. And you would have or should have plus a past participle to give opinions or suggestions about actions in the past. Okay? What should I have done? That's a clear example in interrogative form. You should have told them about it. You shouldn't have hidden it in negative. We have an affirmative and we have a negative. What would you have done? I would have called him. I wouldn't have sent him a test. Okay? And here we have our grammar explanation using could have for positive, negative, and interrogative, using would have with past and real conditional, and positive, negative, and interrogative, and also should have with positive, negative, and interrogative too, okay? And here we have our grammar explanation. Today we will take a look at the modal verbs could have, would have, and should have. These past tense models are useful for expressing your present feelings about a past decision or other action. Okay? Then we have will, would have. We'll start with could have, sorry. Could have means that something was possible in the past, but it did not happen. I could have gone thoroughly to college, but I decided to travel for a year. We use will have. It's a bit more difficult, let's say, but not too much because it has to come on a structure. Different is with but I would have, but I have to be. Use this structure to show that you wanted to do something in the past, but you could not. I would have called, but there was no phone service, okay? And finally, we use should have, finally. Let's look at should have. Should have means that something did not happen, but we wish it happened, and we use should have to talk about past mistakes. A worried mother might say, "Oh, I was so worried about you. You should have called." Okay, and here, then you're going to have an exercise that is going to be evaluated. Choose one of the following to complete the sentences related to past tense models. And these exercises go for 6 points. Oh my God. And the second one, and select the correct answer for each sentence using modal past tense. So, and this exercise goes for 4 points in total. You will have 10 points in this session, okay? Also, we have a here a video tutorial that I was missing about would have, could have, and should have. You can take a look at this for you to have a better and clear idea. I should have prepared for this lesson, I guess. Okay, so that's really funny. Okay, if you don't have a question, thank you so much for your attention. Always remember for those students who were not able to get joined to this Zoom meeting, it's always available in the linking bar for you to take a look at it. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye bye.